Is there a difference between Jew hatred, like anti-Semitism, and the difference between like the Shia Sunni conflict, which is also very, very
Yeah,
strong and
yeah,
very, very complex,
yeah.
but it's totally different.
It's
Well,
totally
I'm
different.
wondering, is it
Yeah,
totally different, or it's just we hate those people,
yeah,
whatever the reasons are, we hate them. That some people here hate people because of the color of their skin, some people hate
yeah.
because of this. Is there something unique about anti-Semitism? Is there something particular about this thing
Yeah.
uh, from others?
Yeah, I do believe that anti-Semitism is different than all kinds of other discriminations or bigotry against other people. That anti-Semitism, as I said, it created a heritage right at the center of the most important human legacy. That is our theology and philosophy. That's really it's the most celebrated human legacy because it has to do with our mind, has to do with the way we think. Anti-Semitism is problematic because it's right there. It does not. I don't believe that anti-Semitism starts from the uneducated, Hicks in the street, the
Right,
little ignorant guy who goes to the mosque. I actually don't think that's how it works. I think
right,
anti-Semitism almost always was the reverse. It started from the top in
of course.
extremely complex theological and philosophical structures, and then it gets concretized in the bottom. By the way, that's why. So you talked about like how American Jews and Israel have been dealing with anti-Semitism. I think that's one of their failure, especially American Jews, and that's my own criticism.
No, it's okay.
Um, the way that they treated the history of the Holocaust and Nazism, they caricatured it, and they reduced the entire phenomenon of Nazism into white supremacy. And I think a lot of them were pushed towards that direction also by political developments in the United States. I think that was a terrible mistake. Nazism was the end of a long process, actually the most complicated philosophical process that came out of the Enlightenment. I mean, behind Nazi, in order to, let's say that you're somebody who actually went to go understand Nazism, you'll find yourself, you can't do it without understanding Heidegger and Nietzsche and Hegel and Kant and Herder and Fichte, and you have to basically understand German philosophy for 200 years prior in order to understand what Nazism thought
Hmm.
to do. And you'll discover that white supremacy was a central element, but it was actually quite small in what else constituted that way of thinking.
By the way, I think we mentioned it, Seth, in one of the podcasts that Nazism is really it's an ingrained aspect of human development. It's almost like the next step. If humanity doesn't do certain things, then every society advanced enough will all eventually get to Nazism. Capitalism can easily fall into. Germany was the most advanced country
Yeah,
philosophically, economically at the time,
yeah,
and they ended up in like the darkest place. Uh, Not even talking about the Jews in particular, but just the attitude of like it's us against everyone else.